first give us some updates on Alvis Powell and the original who we saw after training on Tuesday?
Yeah. Tuesday, had a few guys go down for various reasons. So we'll go through them. Vitas is out 7 to 10 days. Soft tissue calf strain. Alvis and Liam Ridgewell. Alvis Powell and Liam Ridgewell. Couple contact injuries. Knox, Alvis ankle sprain, and Ridgewell kind of a foot sprain. Both are day to day. None of the three are serious. All of the three, may be out this weekend. We feel pretty good about all of the three being back the following weekend. We may have 2 of the 3 or 1 of the 3 back. We don't know yet. It's day to day with Ridgewell and Alvis Powell. Marco Farfan will make his league debut. We're very excited about that. Obviously, he's a true homegrown player for us, and he will be the youngest Timbers player to ever make a league debut for the club.
Obviously, the injuries are, especially if all 3 guys are out, is going to change the lineup for you guys. You have had some success at LA in the past, in recent years, however. So how are you guys feeling going into this game?
Yeah, good. We talked a lot about rebuilding our depth, and we knew that at some point in the season that we would face a game, a team where we had to use our depth and face injuries. So injuries happen. They can happen any day and for any reason. Especially contact injuries, they're unavoidable. It's a contact sport. People are colliding, people fall, they roll their ankles. There's nothing you can do about that. And you hate it when it happens, but we wanted to build this team in a way where we had strong depth, where we don't miss a beat when we have to go to our bench and go to the 2 guy. And in some cases, we don't really want a 2 guy. We want 2 starters, and we feel like we have that in a lot of positions. So it's next guy in, and we're not going to miss a beat, and we're going to go into the game with confidence. We also know we're playing a team, LA, that's very hungry, a team that doesn't lose at home very often. And I don't know that they've lost 2 games in a row at home ever. I don't know. I don't think they do. They're one of the best home teams in the league. So, obviously we understand it's going to be a difficult game, but we played well last time we were there. As you said, we've played well there in recent games. The last 2 home games, official home games there. Last year a draw, and the year prior, last game of the year. Obviously everybody knows that game. So we seem to play well there, but it's like every game. There'll be new challenges. Sometimes the challenges are injuries. Sometimes the challenges are the opponent, coming off a loss. Sometimes the challenges are playing a team that's really hot and confident. But we're going to prepare very well for this game, and we're going to go into the game with confidence, and we're going to continue to focus on our strengths.
So LA is one of those teams that in the offseason made a lot of changes, and like from the top down, from their coach all the way down. And a lot of people left, new faces came in, they've got a suspension they're dealing with. What can you tell about the Galaxy from just one game that can help you game plan for this game?
Yeah, good question. Obviously it's hard to make sweeping judgments on a team, after 1 or 2 games. But you do start to see trends that pop up, and I want to say that for me, the result is secondary to evaluating the team always, because as I said after our game, we won 5-1. It was a lot closer than that. There'll be times that I say that we should have won the game, when we didn't, based on our performance. There'll be times that I say we should have lost the game. I mean, soccer is a game you cannot look at the score line and use that as an indicator of how good a team is, how well you played. You have to look at the performance always objectively. And so when I look at them, yes, they lost the game, but they played pretty well for periods, and they're a good team. And everybody wants to talk about the fact that they maybe don't have, some of the guys that they've had, and Robbie Keane's and Gerard's, but I look at their team and they're still really talented, when I look at the players that they have. And so this is a difficult game, and you'll hear it from me every single week for the next 33 games. There's no easy games. Every team is difficult. Every team is pretty similar in talent, and it's always difficult to win on the road, always. But we certainly want to get our first road win sooner than later, and no better way to get it than in this first road game. And obviously 2 weeks ago we went there, we played well, and we won the game. Unfortunately it didn't count.
Right.
But you do take confidence from that, and you look at Marco playing in that game, that's a big reason why we're going with him. I wouldn't be playing him unless I trusted him to get the job done. There are other guys we could play. He's not playing just because he's the only guy we have. We have other guys that could play. I'm choosing him because I have trust in him and faith in him, and I believe in him as a player. It won't be perfect. He's 18 years old. But I believe this kid can be a good player, a good left back in this league. And he showed that at LA a couple weeks ago. So there's no reason for me to believe that he can't do that again, and there's no reason for me to believe that my team can't play in a similar way that we played at LA on the road 2 weeks ago.
Roy Miller, I believe, arrived this week. When did he get in, and is he available for this game?
Yeah, he arrived yesterday. 2 days ago. He did a little bit of gym work yesterday, and he trained full out today. And yes, he will be available for selection, and he's already got cleared through the ITC.
Do you see him, if Ridgewell's out, as a possible option there, or you think it's not enough time?
No, absolutely. I mean, he's 90 minutes fit. He's played in this league. We brought him in to be a guy that would cover Ridgewell. He's a left-sided central defender. And you never like to throw a guy in the fire with a couple days of training, but if there's ever a guy to play in this situation, it's a guy like him, because he knows the league. He's played in this league. He's played in that stadium. He's 90 minutes fit. So and he plays in a position that is pretty box standard. A back four is pretty much a back four, especially a central defender. So when you look at his experience in playing that position, there's not a lot to sort out. Plug and play, and yeah, obviously it's not ideal, but we're still going to be evaluating Ridgewell because he is day to day, and don't be surprised if he's in the lineup either.